Hickman, Jonathan Hickman, John. This book has an election. Front page, middle page, all these pages. Go to the final page, and we got X-Men election. 10 candidates. You choose the X-Men. You, literally yourself. You get to go to marvel.com/X-Men vote and vote for any of these to participate in your annual election of your protectors of Krakoa, the X-Men. Select the final member of the first X-Men team of the Krakoan era. The wording in here, there's two parts I noticed. It's an annual election. I hope that does not mean annually in our world, because that just means every 12 issues we get a new team, which is a reason to reboot to number 1, which we all hate. So no, don't do it annually in our world. But if it's annual in their world, then we probably won't ever get another election like this. And if it does happen, it'll happen in 6-7 years when they actually act like a whole year has passed and the characters actually age. All right. So the next part is like the final member. It doesn't mean that we doesn't get 2 of these people. Voting for the final member, maybe let's just say this guy wins. Who did I win at? Banshee wins. But Polaris is going to be on the team already by the time we get to the Banshee answer. Remember, is voting for the final member. 2 of these people can make the team. And I hope that second place also gets voted on. Jonathan Hickman also puts second place on the team. As far as who will win, before I give you my pick, I see Cannonball and Sunspot as the highest profile popular characters. Polaris and Banshee, I feel Polaris is higher than Banshee, so there's really a top 3. When you consider that Cannonball and Sunspot are from the same era, the New Mutants era, their votes may cancel each other out, giving an opportunity for someone else to sneak in there. The strong guy, Boom Boom, Cannonball, Sunspot, I'd squeeze them all in the same era, that Gen X New Mutants era. Marrow also, she's like debuted in 94. I don't remember where Tempo came from, but I don't think she's important enough or high profile enough to make it. With Banshee and Polaris, they're the old-timey people, so they're from the same era, and their vote will cancel each other out. Or, when I say cancel, that's a strong word. I think you know what I mean, though. But there is no competition with Armor. Armor is from that Academy X era. She debuted in Astonishing X-Men, isn't that right? And she's cool. I remember in X-Men Disassembled, so this was issue number 1, that she was complaining, hey, we're always doing the dirty jobs, we're going to the sewers. Why they treat us like we're not X-Men, but we're supposed to be X-Men. We've been anointed X-Men from time. That's what she was complaining about. And that was 2 years ago in a comic book. So now that you and I have the chance to include her in stories, and maybe even give her a storyline here and there, especially if Jonathan Hickman's writing, he's not gonna ask you for votes and then not feature her importantly. Like, oh, they're part of the team. I guess I gotta put a seat in the back of that spaceship during that mission. You're gonna put Armor in if Armor wins. So, oh, by the way, Armor is my vote to win. That's what I choose. I elect her. I'm voting Armor on X-Men on marvel.com/X-Men. Voting from 12. So it's open now. Voting is open now until February the 2nd. And then I guess they'll squeeze them into the book that we're not getting an April comic book for the X-Men. So whatever book comes out in May most likely will be, the first week of May, that'll feature this new X-Men member. So they got to give the artist some time to draw this character in. Ooh, this is fun. This is nice. This is really cool because I get to vote. This is so 2021. This is Jason Todd. Remember the story, guys, of the second Robin? Should we kill him? Should we not kill him? The fans got to vote in their way. But now we have the opportunity to use technology and get more votes and we get to give the fans what they want. We're literally asking you guys, what do you prefer? That? Don't worry, we got you covered. That's amazing, and it's about time that they've done this. This is so innovative. And this is a favorable review of this book. You guys know I love it just for that reason. The book inside here was also cool too. But there's just so much more to say about the X-Men vote. It's beautiful. Assuming this is a fair election and everything. That goes without saying. I'm skeptical. I don't think Cannonball or Sunspot should be options for this election because we just put them in space in the Shi'ar, and it looks like they had direction. I wouldn't want that to end. Same with Polaris. Aren't we using her in X Factor? Why put her on the X-Men? Why? I mean, yeah, and on the X-Men team if she's doing her X Factor business. I don't think that's a smart idea. So three of the candidates there, I don't think should even be candidates. Forge is very prominent in X-Force. I don't think he needs the X-Men love. Boom Boom's on the New Mutants. I don't think she needs the rub. But as far as Banshee, Tempo, Marrow, Strong Guy, and Armor, I think those are the people who should be candidates. I wouldn't have put Cannonball and Sunspot, like I said. Maybe the hope is that the votes will compete with each other and someone else will have more votes. Still, I just wouldn't have even put them in there. They could always lie to us, like I said. Like I am skeptical of the validity of this election just because I'm skeptical of all elections, including the United States election where Trump lost to Joe Biden. I would be more vocal about it if the popular vote wasn't, 81 million for Biden, 74 for Trump. All right. If he narrowly squeaked by, maybe we could talk. But yeah, Electoral College makes it competitive, and Electoral College is racist, to put it short. I like the artwork here that Brett Booth draws of that alien there, the face on that alien, the pink one. Kind of cool. Everything else Brett Booth did, foreground was cool. Background, he puts way too much effort. You gotta just take the pen off the paper and don't draw so many lines. You see here Cyclops' chest. He draws 3 lines to separate each breast. And I think that those 3 lines are too much. They're just too much for my liking. Just let the colorist do the shade for you. The more work you're doing, the more I'm distracted with. Like, I want to look at the smoke in the background. I want to look at... And I guess that's his point, to make you look at everything on the page. I think the background should be the background for a reason. Just let my eyes focus on the prominent characters. Marvel Girl, outside of her Marvel Girl, that was Jean Grey. I needed this page here to help me know who was who. Storm is on the cover of here, and she doesn't really talk too much in the beginning. It makes you wonder why they chose her for the cover, but it's not true. Oh, by the way, we got another white page in here, which is nothing compared to the first white page. That white page, that Cannonball and Sunspot were talking to each other, were enough, but Jonathan Hickman goes overboard by showing a moment later where Smasher's calling, Sunspot answers, and he's being fun when he should be serious. I didn't need it, but it's not like they took away anything from the rest of the book. It's fine. I guess we could have gotten more action, but the action here was enough. This was very in-universe. What we get is a psychic interrogation. The Shi'ar naturally, they have the ability to do psychic interrogation, so it's normal. If you're going to commit a crime, you're probably prepared for that. So Jean Grey out here, we get a huge character moment where she says, I'm not looking for what we know you're going to be hiding from us. I'm going to look for the little thought. And it made sense to me, and I loved it. She finds out who the guy is. It's this guy here. And the next panel is Cyclops, or Storm, blasting the guy. Now, okay, this is my Brett Booth complaint. The colors from the red optic blast over there are prominent. So at first I just thought Cyclops was the one who blasted. And the smaller lightning strike is Storm. But then there's also these black straight lines that he's drawing to indicate just the motion of it, everything going so fast. Could have done without that. I understand from the impact over there of how fast they're going. So just ease up on it, Brett Booth.
We interrupt this YouTube review because I made a bet. I said the marriage between Bay and Cypher wouldn't last, and I'm so sure of it I put 20 push-ups on it. Well, after the 10 of Swords event, that is the only Arakan mutant to have lasted. And so here I am doing the 20 push-ups that I promised. That face is the realization that I am Chillmonger, not a Gymmonger. So I changed into this shirt so you know I'm not just replaying the first 10 push-ups, and I'm a little bit lighter to finish off these last few push-ups. Can he do it? One more. That's 20 push-ups for aggressively, and no more Rock Lee betting for Chillmonger.
The book happens, Smasher happens, and the Xandra character who debuted in that Rogue book, remember Mr. and Mrs. X? I believe that's the first time we saw this kid, Sandra, and she's being babysitted and groomed to be the next leader of the Shi'ar, to be the next Magister. Very cool that Jonathan Hickman is honoring something of Kelly Thompson and moving forward. I love that, the continuity aspect of it. Only one who doesn't seem like he's ever honoring is Matthew Rosenberg's Uncanny X-Men. But then, what's the point? Rosenberg knew Hickman was taking over and still decided to do something stupid at the end, like have Magic behead Sabretooth and throw it in another dimension. Then she turns into her dark. You guys know what it is. Finish my sentence. Turns into her dark child form, and next time we see everyone in House of X, Magic's back to normal. Yeah, you don't get to do that. Rosenberg, they fixed it off screen. Don't worry, they fixed it off page. So yeah, they're not really respecting Rosenberg's, but they're respecting Kelly Thompson's. Boom, 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 beep. She calls for this dude. Like I told you, this went a little bit too long, but there's a button in the book. He clicks on that book's button. All of the Smashers come. There's more than just one. We see the ass get whipped. Storm is going to be the one to actually do the final blow, and it looks like he is dead to me. This will offer Storm a privilege. It says here, as for you, Storm, of Krakoa, vanquisher of rebellion and friend of the throne, I owe you a debt. And in the coming days, should you need anything of me, feel free to collect at any time. Hickman did not put that in there for nothing. This is relevant. This is storytelling. This is building. This is not writing for the trade specifically. You know who writes for the trade? Everyone else. Jerry Duggan, Jason Aaron, Kelly Thompson, all do that. Hickman, fucking mathematician that he is, understands that 6 is divisible. You can make 6 one-part stories to reach 6. You can do a 2-part story, like when they're gonna go to the Children of the Vault later. That looks like a 2-parter. We're gonna do 1 here, 1 there, and we're gonna have 6, and we can write for the trade that way. You don't always have to do a 6-part story to write for the trade. And Jonathan Hickman understands that. We get to the election part, the best part of the book. I am so interested in Armor winning this. I want to know from you. After you go to marvel.com/Xmen vote and you tweet it out, also write it in my comments. I actually want to get a grasp of where you guys are. Who's popular? I keep mentioning Sunspot and Cannonball are popular. Maybe they're not. That's where you come in here and you vote. It helps the channel because comments engagement leads to more recommendations. So, like the button too. Go ahead and click like for me, please. But it would do many things. It would help me understand where the fan base is for the X-Men. It would also help the channel. And over here at Chillmonger, we got 717 subscribers, right? I don't even get paid over here. I do this for free, out of fun and out of responsibility. I can't not have a voice in this YouTube game. What? I like giving my opinion on YouTube, on comic book stuff, things that relate to me, and it's a unique opinion, let's just say. I don't want to big myself up too much, but I think highly of myself, and I think I put great videos out there. So yes, you should comment for helping out the channel. You should sub to help me reach that 1,000. We are almost there. It has been 2 years. I began this channel January 8th, 2019. And I think this 3rd year will be the year where it's monetized. And then we make a little bit more change. I'll do a X-Men. This is the video that everyone watches. So it's probably where I'll announce it. A live stream on a weekly basis every single day. I expect to do that on Saturday or Sunday. I don't know which. So if you want to leave a comment, saying when is best for you, I'll probably do it then, right around noon time. Because lately I've been using that time to do it anyways. When you think of my Mandalorian live discussions, those have been around that time. When you think of my WandaVision live discussions, it's usually been a Saturday or a Sunday around that time. So why not just make it a permanent fixture, brand it, and let's start the live streams. So you can expect that, and you can join in, and we can grow the audience that way, and we can have a thing where you can interact with me. I'm literally asking for you to interact with me here with your X-Men vote. So let's Let's find a way where you can actually live interact with me there and Discords. Chillmonger. Subscribe. Click on that smiley. Watch the burning questions video I did with Ashley, which is on this side. And that's the only one I'm plugging. Just watch that. That's a fun one you can start at any point in the video and enjoy it.